Real excited to bring my next comic. She's an ER doctor from Chicago, but she does comedy for fun. So everyone, please give a warm welcome to Ellen Wesley.
Well, this is my cougar outfit for today. I am so excited to be here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Bobby and John, so much. So I am. I'm an ER doctor, and I get to come and do comedy. It started when my mom lives here. I grew up in LA, and I was coming to see my mom, and I'm a very, very good daughter. And one day I was so depressed, I didn't know whether to shoot myself or move into the assisted living with mom. And I thought, well, I'll go to a comedy thing. And I went to an open mic. I hadn't had a shower because I'm also very codependent. And I had yoga clothes on, and I don't do yoga. And I was on an open mic, and it was good. It was nice. It was just in a bar, you know. 3 days later, I was back in Michigan where I lived, and I get this call. Hi, this is Cindy from the Comedy Store. I understand you're really funny. And I'm like, what? Really? Who is this? And I'm like, what kind of nonsense is this? I don't know if I'm funny or not. But it was. Somebody invited me back, man. It kept happening. So this trip, I'm here to see my mom, and she's dying. She's dying. And she has Lewy body disease. It's the reason why Robin Williams killed himself, and I have to tell you, that was not a bad idea. Shitty disease. If I get it, I'm thinking of where I can hang myself from now. But so Lewy body disease is different than Alzheimer's in that they never forget who you are. You know, they'll remember who you are. They become all kinds of other people, though. And my mom kind of now, you know, and it's like a sine wave, you know, they're back and forth, and the further along they go, the faster the oscillation goes. And my mom's got it's like a whole mental hospital full of people in her head with her. So it's, oh God, it's so hard, and I want to help her and fix her, and I sat with her today and just sat because I want to be loving, and I realized I don't want to be selfish. You know, when your people get ready to go, folks, don't be selfish. If it's time to go, it's time to go. I'm an ER doctor, I know this. It pisses me off though, man. I help people cheat death all the time, and this is my mom. You know, I help people I don't even know or like, and I'm like, yeah, good. You know, I cannot do anything for my mom except be loving, which is what you can do for your family, and it works. So I sat and just loved her and just held her, and she kissed me, and she knew when I was there. And then all of a sudden, somewhere in between the visits, she looks right at me and goes, "But what, Phyllis?" I don't even know who Phyllis is. Most of the time she called for her mom, but anyway, so I'm grateful that I could be there with my mom. The coolest thing was when I was a little kid, I don't know that she really wanted a little girl, and there's a phase that people go through, you know, when you're a little kid that the mother is adoring. You know, when the mother looks at the baby adoringly, that's called the mirroring phase. I don't think she did that. So you end up kind of with really shitty self-esteem. And sometimes, like my mantra is, I am not worthy. It's really a shitty mantra. I'm trying to work on the damn mantra. You know, I'm in therapy still. Comedy is my therapy now. But, so now though, she looks at me and she's like, I mean, this just totally flips me out. She looks at me and she goes, "You're so beautiful." And that's not when she called me Phyllis either, you know. But she keeps saying that. I'm so used to not being good looking, and it's like, ooh. And it's lovely. It's really lovely. So comedy is a fun thing. I get to do comedy in Chicago of all places, you know. I didn't go there, you know, it was an accident. I grew up in LA. I would nowhere near go. I went to Fairfax High. I'm not going to go in the entertainment industry. That's a bunch of phonies and people want to, you know, I didn't want to do that. So we have I have a brother and a half sister, and they're both actors. They both live in LA. But the funny thing is, there's one of us that gets stage time in LA. Not them. But we have kind of this sick family, and it's embarrassing. And I was worried because I didn't want to depress people when I talk about comedy, but my teacher in Chicago says, well, you know, the thing is, if people are low, that's just that much higher you can bring them. And I'm like, wow. I was afraid if I talked about my family, people would throw up or bang their head against the wall. And I'm like, looking, you know, no one's thrown up yet. If you do get nauseous, I can help you. I'll call in some medicine, I promise. But I was like helped to mother my brother and my half-sister, and they rejected me, and oh my God, the worst, like painful. My brother just stopped talking to me one day. He borrowed money and never talked to me again. It wasn't even that much money, you know. But so, and my half-sister, you know, and they're actors, and I think maybe they rejected me because I don't do drugs. I don't know. So embarrassing. I'm always so weird anyway. One of my people that I knew in college thought I was stoned all the time anyway. But if I was gonna do a drug, it would be speed, folks. Speed. I like speed. The times I didn't pay for it, cocaine was marvelous. So I just knew, not gonna be doing that. But I'm due to get cognitive testing, right? I'm 61 and a half. It's time for cognitive testing. And is that 4?
Yes.
Awesome, thanks. I'm learning my math. So cognitive testing, I was diagnosed at 30 years old, too damn late, man, as being dyslexic. What happened was it's so hard for me to learn that, you know, I was okay through high school, whatever, everybody, you know, the school's got extra money for those IQs that my brother and I evidently had. Then I got to college and I hit a wall. It was like I couldn't learn it. People said, well, you don't have study habits. And I didn't have study habits. Well, after I was all done with medical school, I was sitting in an ER one night working on charts, and 60 Minutes came on. And it was a thing about dyslexia, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm dyslexic. So it's kind of cool when I went to go get it checked out at this place, the Erland Center in Long Beach. They're like, you went to medical school? You must have been through hell. Oh, yeah. When you're dyslexic, you're very different. You know, you're just very different. You're not, you can tell, right? I'm a doctor, I'm an ER doctor. Never been sued in 35 years. Damn good. But not like the other ones, you know? I mean, I know if somebody has a headache back there, you know, I'm not gonna go, hi, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking at it 3D, I have no option. So I'm so excited I get to go get cognitive testing, and it's dawned on me lately that, ooh, I think I have ADHD. And and my friends that work with me, I'm like, do you think? I talked to my friend the nurse or my friend the PA, they're laughing. Oh, really? Of course you do. And my big thing is I'm gonna get to take speed, you know, I like that. It relaxes me, I can be more thin. That's how you know I'm from LA. Because you're never too thin, even when you're dead, when you live in LA. So I'm gonna tell you, I can tell you about my fake boob. Do you wanna know about my fake boob, or would you like to know about my night on the floor at 60 Minutes?
Fake boob.
Fake boob? It wasn't sexy at 60 Minutes though, but it does involve a therapist. But we'll see where we're at with the time. So about 12-ish years ago, I had breast cancer, and I was not looking for breast cancer. We didn't have breast cancer in my family. I was looking to make sure my implants weren't hardening, because they may be really cute, but when they harden, and this is totally different merchandise right now, it's good merchandise. But, so I found these lumps, I'm like, oh my God. Now fortunately, because I am a doctor, and I was in surgery training at one point, I realized, ooh, this is not right. I also realized it didn't feel like cancer was supposed to feel, but I'm like, nah. And part of being dyslexic is something's different. Even my own doctor goes, nah, that doesn't feel like cancer. If I waited till that fucking felt like cancer, I wouldn't be here right now. So anyway, so I go and I get treated, and I started to get scared because you're like, oh my God, chemo, whatever. When you get diagnosed with cancer, everybody thinks they're gonna die in 5 minutes. And you know, you start appreciating little things like the breeze outside, very cool. But, right? It's nice, lovely. They start telling you, well, you know, when you have chemo and your hair falls out By the way, your pubic hair falls out too. That is so weird. You don't want that happening. You don't want to have to shave anything, but legs, don't get visual, sorry. Oh God. Anyway, they go, and your hair might come back curly. That's kind of cool. And they said, and you know, when they do the mastectomy, the insurance company has to pay to give you a brand new boob and to make them both match. Now, at my age, gravity was already showing, right? And I'm like, ooh, this is so cool. So I developed a little chant for myself when I would get afraid about chemo. I'm going to get a new head of hair and a brand new pair. A new head of hair and a brand new pair. So my hair fell out. I did eventually get curly hair, and then kind of curly hair. It's like more curly than it was, and I got new boobs. But you know, I got them at Cedars. Listen, don't get sure. You know, it was not the good place to get my new boob. I was not happy. But you don't want to be ungrateful, right? Because you're alive. But this boob, the new boob, was like if you threw an egg against the wall and it stuck there. That was the new boob. That was my boob. But when I moved to Chicago, those drivers are so bananas that my beautiful 92 Volvo brick was turned in by this nutty woman, 55 miles an hour on a country road, turned the car into the shape of a hockey stick, and the bad news was it was a 92. My airbag didn't deploy. The good news? Mine did. And I got a brand new pair, courtesy